This video is about our discussion on the September 11 attacks, NATO, the ICC, and the Arab Spring. Let's dive right into the questions. So, the first question, Yamill, what was the September 11 attacks or 9/11?
So actually, the September 11 attack or the 9/11 commonly refers to a series of 4 coordinated attacks on the United States of America, and that occurred on September 11 in 2001. The attack resulted on some major collateral damages. Some significant damages include the damages on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, and nearly 30,000 people were killed during the attack. So the attack was regarded as one of the deadliest terrorist attacks on the American soil, and it had a profound impact on the nation's foreign policy and its security measures.
Thank you. Okay, to our second question. Gemini, what are some of the international organizations that played a major role in the 9/11?
Well, according to the United Nations, there were several international organizations that were involved in responding to the September 11 attacks or the 9/11. NATO being one of them played a major role in invoking Article 5 for the first time, declaring the attacks on the United States as an attack on all members, leading to collective military action in Afghanistan. The United Nations as well also acted swiftly, with the Security Council passing the 1368 resolution condemning the attacks and recognizing the United States' right to self-defense. Additionally, Interpol assisted in global intelligence sharing to track down terrorist networks. These organizations, all of them their coordinated efforts help in trying to dissolve or minimize the immediate threat and outgoing broader fight against terrorism.
Thank you very much. Okay, to the third question. Matana, what theories were displayed in the event?
There were many theories that were displayed during the event, but the main theory that was displayed was the realism theory. Realism says countries acted based upon their self-interest and power. So what the US displayed was based upon their self-interest. After 9/11, the US responded with force because it saw 9/11 as a threat. It acted to protect itself and its interest. So realism view international system as anarchy, often sum up the phrase "no one to call." This has influenced the creation of international organizations like UN and NATO. However, realists argue that international organizations like UN and NATO has limited power, so they act upon based on the states that has more power, just like the United States. What the US has displayed is the realism theory, so that international organizations like UN and NATO has no power, so they acted according to what the powerful nation can do, and what they displayed was based upon their self-interest.
Thank you.
So, Princess, can you explain to us what the Arab Spring is?
According to our research, Arab Spring was about pro-democratic uprising, both violent and non-violent, that started on December 18, 2010 and spread across the Middle East and North Africa and ended lately in 2012. This revolution occurs as a result of people dissatisfaction with their government, tyrannical and corrupt leadership. Countries that participated in the movement included Egypt, Syria, Libya, Yemen, and to a lesser extent, Algeria, Morocco, Sudan, and Saudi Arabia. Thank you.
Right. So, Tabitha, what international organization played a role in the Arab Spring?
The big thing is we know that a lot of organizations, international organizations, took part in quelling the event, the Arab Spring, but I will be focusing more on the ICC. So what is the ICC? The ICC is a group that prosecutes international criminals, and how they took part in the Arab Spring was through the case for Libya. So it was referred to the ICC by the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1970. Initially, the Libyan insurgent group that took over the Arab government didn't want to participate in their prosecution. But eventually, with the persuasion of the UN, they referred the case for the criminal government to the ICC. That's all.
Right. So, Cheyanne, what IR theory was displayed in the Arab Spring movement?
So according to Adal Salam 2015, there were three IR theories that were identified in Arab Spring: liberalism, constructivism, and realism. In the lens of liberalism, it views the event during the time where the people were fighting and protesting for freedom, which was a push for democracy, where they want rule of law and human rights to be presented in the society. For constructivism perspective, the spreading of the uprising spread across social media, whereby the nearby countries around Tunisia use the uprising movement to amplify their voices and take action into solving the issues that were affecting their lives. And for the realistic lens, the authoritarian ruler uses force to survive in terms of having the upper hand over the law enforcement. So it gives a broader image stating that the government can do whatever it wants because it has the upper hand or the power over the law enforcement. So those are basically the three theories that were identified in Arab Spring event.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, what is the difference between the ICC and NATO? Gemini and Yamill?
According to the United Nations 2023, the ICC and NATO differ not only in the functions that they carry out, but also in the international theories that they reflect. So the ICC was established under the Rome Statute in 2002. It embodies the liberal institutionalism, which argues that international organizations can promote cooperation, uphold the rule of law, and enforce the global norms such as human rights and accountability for crimes like crimes against humanity.
Now, to add on to what Yamill has said, the ICC operates as a judicial body with no military force. It relies on legal frameworks and state cooperation. In contrast, NATO, founded in 1949 under the North Atlantic Treaty, reflects elements of realism and collective security theory. Realism is seen in its emphasis on military power, deterrence, and the protection of member states or sovereignty through collective defense. Now, the collective security theory is expressed in NATO's principle that an attack on one member is an attack on all members, requiring a unified military response. Together, these institutions show how different IR or international relations theories shape different approaches to maintaining international order, one through legal norms and the other through military strength. Thank you.
Cheyanne, what did the international organizations and the event in your research teach about world politics?
It teaches us about the international organizations that were involved in both Arab Spring and 9/11 display a helpful aid in which it resolves conflicts among countries, where countries came together to agree on a certain rule or treaty so they can solve their disputes or conflicts amongst themselves to make the world a better place to live.
Okay, and that's the end of our video. Thank you for watching.